All right, so welcome back and thanks for tuning into another video. So as you guys can see, we're kicking off the 2023 lawn care season with your host, the Lawn Amateur, aka Daryl. I'm glad to have you guys back. I am glad to be back. I hope you guys had a great fall, winter, happy new year, all of that stuff. But when it's the off season and there's nothing to be done in the lawn, that's my time to get away. I'm doing other things, but I am happy to be back. I got a lot of things to go over with you guys. I know I've been answering some questions from you guys, and you guys been asking me when I'm coming back or what's the next step we need to be taking. Well, actually the grass right now, where I'm at, actually just started really filling in. It actually warmed up because last week we were still in like the 40s, so it was kind of off to a late start here in the Northeast. But this week it jumped all the way into the 80s. Some days were 80s with the lows of about 60. So you know, the weather's up and down in the Northeast. You don't know what you're gonna get, but my lawn is starting to fill back in. But I am having some issues, and I'm gonna go over what we need to be doing right now and what we need to use to get rid of these issues. But I'm gonna give you guys a lawn update. I am happy to be back, and we're gonna go over that right now. So stay tuned. So as you guys can see, this right here is nutsedge. This is a grassy weed, and you can tell it from anywhere because look at it. It's that lime green. The rest of the grass that's popping in, you see it is filling in. It's not even tall yet. These weeds, grassy weeds, will grow very, very fast. They grow like every other day compared to the grass. Look at the grass, look at the weed. This is, like I said, nutsedge. It's not really rooted that deeply. I can actually probably just pull this right out, but when you pull it out, you want to make sure you pull it out by the root. But I'm gonna show you guys, look. This one is actually rooted. Whoa, look at that. Normally they don't be rooted that deep. I got some good soil there. You see the worm, Mr. Worm down there. That's some good soil. But like I said, if you're gonna pull them out by hand, you can pull them out deeply just like this by the root. Now I got a little hole there. I'll just throw some topsoil in. But I'm planning to actually reseed. If you guys been with me for a while, you know every year this left side of the yard never comes back in. No matter what I do from fall to spring, this side never comes back because it stays damp a lot over here. But I'm gonna try something later in the season to see if I could stop this from happening. So, but like I said, you see that nutsedge right there? That's nutsedge, that's a grassy weed. Those are very, very, very aggravating. They will invade the yard if it's unprotected. As you guys can see, I still have some more popping in, a lot more popping in. If your yard doesn't have any pre-emergent, this is what will happen. Once the soil temps hit like 50, 55 degrees consistently, you will get grassy weeds. Look, this whole area is infested. Now this is crabgrass right here. As you guys can see, crabgrass got that little, it's like a little stem and then it splits off. If you got like a fescue yard, crabgrass will try to blend in because it's like a clumping type of weed. But you can kind of tell too because it's not as lime green, but it has that little lime green look. That it's not as light as nutsedge, but as you guys can see, check that out. That is crabgrass, but this whole area is right here. This is what happens without pre-emergent in the yard. But I couldn't put no pre-emergent down because, like I said, I wanted to seed and reseed this whole side over here and do a little spot seeding from areas that didn't grow in. But as you guys can see, everything else kind of thickened in from when I aerated last season and I overseeded. But I wasn't able to put the pre-emergent down this year. So normally I get my pre-emergent down and I don't have this problem with the weed. All right, so as you guys can see, we got two products here. These are some of my favorite products to use. Spectracide is a great brand for the price, for the money, and it actually gets the job done. So this season, I'm gonna show you guys a lot about weed control, how to get your yard going, what you need to be doing to fight off weeds, to prevent weeds, and if you know, pre and post emergent. So this is two products that I picked up in the store. So the first one here is Spectracide Weed Stop for Lawns. This is the granular formula. This formula right here is gonna give you pre-emergent and post-emergent. So if you guys are running into, if you got weeds already sprouting, you want to go ahead, spread this one down, and then you can go ahead after you spread it down, let it sit for 24 to 48 hours on the actual plant itself or the weed that you're trying to kill. You're going to let it sit, then come back after the 48 hours and you're going to water it in. And that's how you're going to get your pre-emergent. So if you're going to plan on doing like some spring seeding, do not put any kind of weed killer down, pre-emergent down, because that's going to stop the grass seed from growing. You got another option for that if you're going to go ahead and seed and want to fight off weeds. But let's get back to this topic here. So if you're going to go ahead, if you got weeds already actively growing, you can use the granular formula. Now, granted, the granular formula is going to take a little longer to fight off weeds. So you're going to go ahead, if you don't care and you want to wait, because this is a better option than the actual spray. This is the hose-in spray. This is strictly post-emergent. So if you got weeds that are growing and you don't care about getting some pre-emergent down, then I suggest using the hose-in sprayer if you're doing a big area. If you're doing the whole backyard or a front yard and you want to do it quickly, this is going to be your best option here. You hook this up right to the hose. Go ahead, you got your little lever here, and it's a little safety mechanism right here. So this is going to help you spray a big radius of your yard. So if you go ahead and you need to just go ahead and fight off weeds now, this is the best option for you. It's going to work faster than the granulated formula because this is already in its purest form. It's the liquid. So I'm going to show you guys what you need to do to actually get this one to be a little more effective. I want to go ahead and explain more about this. Now, this you can put down any time. People say, oh, you missed your pre-emergent mark, and that's true and false, because if you do not protect your yard and your grass is not thick yet, you still are subjecting your lawn to weeds germinating. Weed seeds need to find a little area. If it's like a spotty area where your lawn is not thick, weed seeds will get in there in that soil and germinate and grow right in between the grass like it's nothing. Or sometimes it don't care if the grass is kind of thick, it'll still just make its way through. A little piece of crabgrass, nutsedge, the grassy weeds. Now, the best thing about this one here, like I said, it's a post-emergent. It's not going to kill crabgrass, but if you use it ahead of time, it will prevent crabgrass. That's the only thing it would not kill. This would not, well, actually, it would not kill post-emergent crabgrass, post-emergent nutsedge, and post-emergent poena, basically annual bluegrass. That's what poena is. That would not kill it. But if you go ahead and using this as the pre-emergent, if you get it down early, or if you go ahead and treat the yard for the actively growing crabgrass, and you can go ahead and throw this down, then water it in, it will create a barrier and stop any other crabgrass, poena, or nutsedge from actually germinating. That's the pre-emergent inside the granular formula. So like I said, I hope you guys are staying with me here. It's a lot of information. Pre-emergent and post-emergent. But the post-emergent, like I said, it would not kill crabgrass, poa, basically annual bluegrass, and nutsedge. So if you got nutsedge that's already growing in the grass, or if you already got crabgrass already growing in your grass, then that's when you're going to go strictly to this liquid product. This liquid product will handle crabgrass and nutsedge, but they both will not handle actively growing poena, annual bluegrass. Annual bluegrass in a cool season lawn, once it starts to germinate, it's there unless it gets really, really hot, and then it will burn off and die like towards the summer months. Like, so if you get into late May, June, that's when poena will die off on its own. Or you can go in the lawn and pull it out. But if you have crabgrass or nutsedge actively growing, or any other weeds, you're gonna go ahead and use the liquid formula. Now you can use, they got many different forms of this Spectracide Weed Stop for Lawn. You got the hose-in sprayer. The hose-in sprayer, like I said, is gonna be your fastest option to spray bigger radiuses. So if you want to go ahead and spray the yard and you got weeds everywhere, dandelions, everything, it kills over 470 plus weeds. So this is really attacking everything. So the granulated formula only go ahead and fight off 200 plus weeds, and it's going to give you up to 5 months of control. That's the pre-emergent. So like I said, you can get pre-emergent coverage later in the season. Don't think that you missed your mark with pre-emergent. Yeah, you might have missed it early spring to stop off all weeds, but if you want to go ahead and fight off weeds that are actively growing, and then you want to prevent the rest from trying to grow back, because crabgrass and nutsedge will grow basically all summer long. Poana, like I said, is going to die off once it gets hot, or you can go in the yard with poana, because poana is so easy, it doesn't root deeply. You can just pull poana right out. I have 4 different products here. So like I said, with this product, I'm going to make it a lot stronger and make sure the actual chemical in this product sticks on the actual weed plant. So the easiest way to do that and make this one way more efficient in its killing ability, you want to add a surfactant inside of it. Now I have 4 products here. They all going to do the same job. It's all about your personal preference and how much you're willing to spend. Now if you want to save money, or if no, matter of fact, if you don't care about spending money, I bought this big dedicated 80/20 surfactant from Tractor Supply. I bought this maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I still have a bunch. You don't use a lot of this stuff. That's why the surfactant is if you buy a big bottle like this, you're not gonna really use it all. That's why I had this bottle about 3 to 4 years. Need a lot of this stuff. You might need maybe a teaspoon for every gallon. So if you're using 1 gallon, 1 teaspoon, 2 gallons, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons, like that, so on and so on. But I'm going to show you the other alternatives. You can go ahead and buy a cheap, basically baby shampoo. You can get Johnson & Johnson. You can see this is Equate. This is a Walmart brand, but they all do the same thing. So you can save money. You can buy Dawn dishwashing soap here. You can use some of the dishwashing soap in the house, but all you need is a teaspoon of this stuff. You don't need too much. Anyone will do. Now I'm showing you the Dawn soaps because you want to get the ones without the antibacterial. Like as you see here, it's just plain. As you see here, it's plain. No antibacterial. You do not want to put the antibacterial inside your lawn, because then you'll start killing off all your nutrients. Now you can get both of these bottles at like a dollar store and save yourself some money. I got these at the dollar store at the time. I think there was like $1, maybe $1.25. You can't beat the price. All you're gonna do, take this. Now if you want to be real precise, you put a teaspoon in. If not, all you got to do, open this up. Now it's a screw top here. All you gotta do, twist it just like this. Now as you guys can see, the product is brown inside. It is a chemical. Just make sure you do not, when you're spraying this, do not inhale it. Actually wear a mask. Do not spray on like real windy days, because you do not want to inhale this stuff. This stuff is like toxic. So, but you can go ahead, put it down just like that. Yeah, I'm making a mess. All right, and take the regular little Dawn. That's what I'm gonna put in here right now, and boom, just like that. All you need is a little squirt. That's it. Because all I said is a teaspoon. Simple as that. Put it back on. Twist it up to tighten it. And then you want to shake it up. Make sure it's well shaken inside. And that's all you need. So I'm going to leave a video link to when I actually did a demonstration of using this product last season. Only thing I didn't do with last season video was put the surfactant inside. That's why I'm going to show you guys how to make it a little more potent, put the surfactant in. So that's going to help stick onto the actual weed plant itself. This product to stick on the weed plant itself and break down that weed barrier. If you ever look at the grass blades or weed grass, like the blades, it has like a wax coating. That surfactant is going to help eat at that wax coating and make this a lot more potent. Now, you only need to use this really if you got bad weeds. You use it once, boom, wait a week, give it a chance to actually get inside. You'll see results in about 48 hours. It'll start to brown out when you're using this, but for a total kill, should give you about 7 days. That's when the actual weed plant itself will be wilted, and then all you got to do after that is mow the lawn. Just keep mowing the lawn, and you're gonna mow them weeds right out. So that's gonna help you with post-emergent weeds. Use this. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it helped you out. Have you guys ever used these products in the past? Let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We got a lot of things ahead of us this season. I'm gonna show you guys what I plan to do. This yard has taken a beating over the winter, but I'm gonna get it back into tip-top shape and weed-free. So hope you guys enjoy. Take care, stay tuned, and we're back.